say every family has its secrets, but what happens when the secret changes everything? Sarah was about to find out. For 29 years, Sarah believed she had the perfect family. Her childhood was filled with memories of road trips, birthdays, and holiday celebrations. But as she flipped through old photos later that night, she realized something strange. She didn't quite resemble her parents or her brother as much as she thought. It was Thanksgiving dinner when it all began. Her aunt, after a few glasses of wine, casually mentioned, "You know, it's funny about Sarah's birth certificate mix-up." The room froze. Forks clattered against plates, and all the laughter evaporated. Her parents exchanged nervous glances, and Sarah's father let out a deep sigh. His hands trembled slightly as he clasped them together on the table. "It's time you knew the truth," he said, his voice cracking. As her father spoke, Sarah felt like the ground was shifting beneath her feet. She wasn't their biological daughter. She had been adopted as a baby. Her biological mother, a young woman who couldn't care for her, had trusted them to give Sarah a better life. Shock, confusion, and anger flooded her mind. She had so many questions but couldn't form the words. Her mother reached for her hand, tears streaming down her face. "We wanted to tell you," she said softly, "but we didn't know how or when." Later that night, Sarah sat alone in her room, staring at a folder her father had given her. Inside were letters written by her biological mother over the years. The final page held an email address and a note that read, "She's been waiting to hear from you." She hesitated for weeks. Her heart was torn, was reaching out to her birth mother in active betrayal. Finally, she typed a simple message. "Hi, I think I'm your daughter." Her finger hovered over the send button before finally pressing it. The reply came almost immediately. The subject line read, "I've been waiting for you." Tears welled in Sarah's eyes as she read the heartfelt message. Emily, her birth mother, shared how she never stopped thinking about her and how she had always hoped this day would come. A month later, they finally met. It was awkward at first, strangers trying to connect after decades apart. But as they talked and shared stories, something clicked. When Emily hugged her, it felt like a piece of Sarah's heart she didn't know was missing had been found. As Sarah sat down that night, journaling by candlelight, she realized she wasn't angry anymore. Her adoptive parents had given her an incredible life, and Emily's decision to let her go was one made out of love. She was finally at peace with her story. Now, Sarah has two families, one that raised her and one that gave her life. The secret that once felt like a crack in her identity became the bridge that brought her past and present together. Would you want to know if your family kept a life-changing secret from you? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this.